back to my channel. So in today's video we'll be talking about web evolution. Alright, starting from web 1, web 2, web 3, web 4, and of course web 5, which is the unimaginary web right now. So basically what is web 1? So we regard web 1 to be the read-only web. We'll talk about that in a minute. Web 2, which is the participative social web, of course, looks like. And web 3 is the read-write executive. I forgot to add this decentralized web as well. So web 4 will be the read-write executive currency web. Okay, because web 3 is also doing like the executive currency web as well. So web 4 is they just came out of nowhere, but I'm not saying that, okay. So let's just get straight to what we are here for. So web 1 it is called read-only web. So it is from the 1990s, 1999 to be precise. So there's some group of people that came up with this idea for people to make use of. All right, it wasn't built enough just for people to read what is written on the web. All right, there's not too much of features during web 1. It's just for consumers or clients to just access the site. Sorry for that. To read through what they're actually saying. So here are some characteristics of web 1. It is made up of static web pages connected to its sister system via hyperlink. So as I've said earlier, they are just static pages. All right. So the second one, so that means it's made up of static pages connected to a system via. It's just plain. The purpose of that is just for you to just read through it and nothing more. So it has HTML 3.2 elements like frames and tables. Of course, if you are a developer, you should understand what this means. What this means basically is that it has some elements that you'll be able to see tables or probably frames. So I won't be able to show you what I'm saying, but you can know more about that if you want to. So it has HTML forms get sent through email. Yeah, it has, because that's the early adoption of web. So you should be seeing some raw data like that, like HTML. So HTML forms sent through email. So it has that as well. So the content comes from the server's file system, not a relational database management system. Oh, it features GIFs, buttons, and graphics. So that makes sense, because I personally don't really think web 1 came from GIF and graphics came from web 1, but I guess it's part of it as well, because that's the early adoption. At some point, if they want to get more customers or clients to access their web, they have to make it more attractive and enticing for people to get on board. So the content comes from the server's file system, not relational database management system. Server's file system. Yeah. This has to be some dev part of it. So that's just web 1. Web 1 is just the early adoption of internet. So just look at it, that there's nothing much on web 1. It's just the early adoption of the internet. All right. So we have web 2.0 as well. So web 2.0 is just the advanced web 1 with more features. So web 2 focuses on participating and contributing. On web 1, you can't participate, you can't contribute, you can only access the site. That is why it's called read-only web. But on web 2, we're able to call it participative social web. All right, so it's just the evolution of web 2. Of course, if you are doing something new, you just have to advance. You have to read further, you have to develop new tools, because at some point people will get tired of what you are doing. So you just have to advance, update it and all of that. So that is where web 2 came in from. So web 1 and web 2 are kind of the same. They're just the advanced. It's just the differences between them. Advanced, of course. So web 2 is considered the primary form of web 2 is considered the form of social interaction for most of today's users. So here's the breakdown of web 2 characteristics. So it offers free information sorting, allow users to retrieve and classify data collectively. Yeah, that makes sense, because on web 1 you can only read through what is written, but on web 2 you can interact with the web consistently as you want. So it offers free information sorting, allows users to retrieve and classify data collectively. That makes sense as well. So it contains dynamic content that responds to the user's input. Yeah, that's as well. This has to be the dev part, because if you are into coding, you should understand what this second point is saying, because when you're coding, there are some user interface that you have to follow to make the user experience good. So this is what that thing that we probably the devs of today are using on web 2. It's just the adoption. It came out from web 2 as well. So it contains dynamic content that responds to user input. So if you are interacting with the website, and that's what we call user friendly. You have to make the website user friendly. So I guess that is where the web 2 came from. So it employs develop application programming interface, so API. So if you're a dev as well, you should understand what API means. Yeah, so I won't be talking much about that. So it encourages usage and allows form of interaction. Yeah, so web 2 actually this is where Facebook and all of and the likes came in. Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and all of that. That's where they came in. So the social media, podcasting, blogging, commenting, creating an RSS, social, basically what we are on currently. Any website application you're seeing currently is web 2, because it has more resources for you to use. So unlike the social media, you can tag people, you can blog. I did say blog. Sorry, blogging. I mean, you should understand what blogging is. Of course, you can also comment on users, and those are posts and all of that. So social networking, web content voting. I mean, yeah, it came up from web 2. You notice that at some point you can as well vote. You can as well vote on the website, or on a particular content on the website. So it's just the interactive way. You just have to look at web 2 of a way for you to interact with the website. All right, so moving on to web 3. So web 3, it's called read write executive web. This is also called the semantic executive web. I want you to look at web 3 as a decentralized website. This is coming along for those in the cryptocurrency space. All right, so web 3 is the decentralized part of websites, whereby signing, phishing, or linking of your accounts won't be possible, because it is decentralized. That is the absence of centralized authority in the website. So this is just the future of websites. I don't know about web 4, I don't know about web 3, web 5. What I'm saying is that web 3 is just the future of the websites to me. So semantic markup refers to the communication gap between human users and computerized application. Alright, do you get that? Sorry, I didn't type that. So let me see that again. Semantic markup refers to the communication gap between human web users and computerized applications. All right. So Web3, how, why, and when? So K-Trade, I'll put this where I'm getting this information in the description below for you people to read as well. So K-Trade has made a good documentation of Web3, and explain really why we need a semantic web and what the semantic web is all about. So Okay, so that's just um what's Web3. So let's look at the characteristics. It's a semantic web. Oh, okay, I'll explain that. So where the web technology evolves into a tool that lets users create, share, and connect content via search and analysis. It is based on comprehension of word instead of numbers of keywords. Yeah, there's nothing much on Web3. All these terminologies or all these words, all these long words, what do they really mean? So I just wanted to look at Web3 as okay. I think I wrote something here. Yeah, this will explain what I'm trying to say. So, Web3 ultimately lets users interact, exchange information, and securely conduct financial transactions without a centralized authority or coordinator. So, as a result, each users become a content owner instead of just a content user. Does that make sense? I mean, if you don't understand, you can as well come back to this. So, that makes sense. I've explained that too. It incorporates artificial intelligence and machine learning. Yeah, this is where Web5 comes in. It's if these concepts are combined with natural language processing, the result is a computer that uses Web3 to become smarter and more responsive to user needs. So here's what Web3 looks like. For those in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, imagine you using Facebook, and instead of you using Gmail, of course, or your phone number to register or to log in, you'll be asked to log in through your MetaMask. Alright, so you have to connect to your wallet to log in. So by so doing, you are the one authorizing your account. No one is controlling your account. Facebook can access some personal details of yours on your phone because there's a form of technology called sign. I'm sorry, I won't be able to pronounce this properly, but SYNC, so maybe sync or sync, anyhow you call it. So it connects. It's a form of a connection between programming. Sorry, did I say programming? From between computers or phones and all of that. So it offers users the freedom to interact publicly or privately without having any intermediary exposed to risk, therefore offering. So it's just decentralized here. So it uses 3D graphics here. This is coming up through what you're seeing in the NFT space, NFT space, mostly metaverse, gaming. Yeah, you see some cool graphics, some cool 3D NFTs. So it uses 3D graphics as well. So it's 3D graphics are not really used on Web2 because it's not really common. Most clients don't really ask devs to give them 3D graphics that way. So but with the NFT, so if you don't understand what metaverse means, metaverse, you just have to look at metaverse as a form of cryptocurrency, decentralized gaming, in the sense that you're able to possess some artificial or virtual or online environment for yourself, or online gaming, just some gaming virtual world, something like that. So we have blockchain games. They allow users to have actual ownership of in-game resources, and I think this is well explanatory enough. Alright, so decentralized finance, the use include payment blockchains. This is just Web3. As I've said, it's just decentralized. For example, if you want to make payments, you want to buy anything, you have to use blockchain or your cryptocurrency to make, or of course on websites, P2P, digital financial transactions, smart contract, and cryptocurrency. Man, all these things that I've listed there, they are all in action, they are all working, they are all in place right now. So this is just, I don't know of Web4, I don't know of Web5. This is just the perfect web evolution, the current one we should be looking for, you should be looking at. So decentralized autonomous organization, this is called DAO. You might have been hearing DAO. So decentralized autonomous, DAO is just a group of people coming in place. Of course, smart contract, they want to build something, so people, and they will be getting paid. So it's just for you to it's just for you to group of people coming together with the same perspective, the same motive, which is the form of smart contract, pulling them together for them to, coding and all of that. So we have smart contract, we have codes on. So smart contract is just the cryptocurrency way of talking about coding. Let me just say it like that. So community members own online community, something like that. So if this is not explanatory enough, I'll put some link in the description below for you to go and check. So if you need any questions, I think I've explained enough of what you enough. So what web 4 is a mobile web, or I said it will be the read write executive currency web. So it can also be talked about the mobile web. So this it has not actually been actualized. It's not really actualized, so it's just, let me say, to my own perspective, it's just a rumor. Web 4 and web 5, though they are going to actualize that, not yet. So the main focus for now is the web 3, because most devs are not on web 3. They are still trying to figure out their ways on web 3. Are you telling me they are going to go to web 4, web 5? Of course, those guys are building stuff right now, but it won't be actualized that way on like web 2 and web 3. So this is what I'm saying. Basically, web 4 will be the executive currency web. So it's more like what web 3 is doing. So what web 4 is saying currently is, I'm not going to say it's more like an emotional web. So web 5 will be the emotion part of it. So what web 4, let me just break down what I'm trying to say here. So let me say, okay, we all know that Bitcoin is not decentralized, so it doesn't introduce any form of smart contract. So I guess these guys are trying to pull out something in which there will be some smart contract on. I don't know if this is possible, but with the look of Bitcoin, if there's some kind of smart contract on Bitcoin, I'm not sure if it is possible, but I guess that's what they are trying to do, basically. So web 5 is web 5 is I think I'm going to pull out you should be saying this. I'm going to pull out a diagram explaining web 3. I should. So you can just look at that and know what you're saying. So web 5 is just the human-centered social society. So you just have to look at web 5 as a society, the interaction between human beings and AIs, that is artificial intelligence. You'll be communicating mostly with robots, you'll be transferring data and all of that through AI, and communication between human beings and AI. That's just it, basically. So it follows the human society, agricultural society, industrial society, and information society. So how it works is that society 5.0 achieves a high degree of convergence between cyberspace, that is the virtual space, of course, and the physical space, the real space. It connects it together. So in the past information society web 4, of course, people would access the cloud service database, but in cyberspace, via the internet and search for retrieve and analyze information or data. So a huge amount of information from sensor in the physical space is accumulated in cyberspace. So what we are trying to say basically is that web 5 is just the interaction between the cyberspace and the real space, that is the virtual space and the real space, using AI. So I would say you should more be looking forward to web 3 than looking forward to web 4 and web 5. So web 3, for me personally, I'm just focusing on web 3. So if you're not some high level of code guys or high level at artificial intelligence experts or expertise, you shouldn't even be looking for web 4 or web 5. So for me, I would say web 4 and web 5, they are just rumors that it hasn't been actualized. So you should be looking for something that it is already actualized. So web 3 should be what you should be looking for. And if you want to go into web 3, you should know about cryptocurrencies, decentralizations, metaverse, of course, NFTs. So you should look at that before going into web 3. So if you're deaf already, I might say you should go to web 3. So if that is being said, thank you for watching this video, and if you this video, please like and subscribe, and you can also share to your friends. So if you have any issues, or you want any question, or want to answer any of your questions, please drop that in the comment section below. If that is being said, I'm out.